Okay guys, welcome to SIP-COMSYS. Today I'm going to show you how to install a member server, right? Okay, member server is just a server operating system joined to a domain controller. All right, so let's get digging. Okay, so let's check from my previous. You can see I have my domain controller, right? So let me log in. Okay, now this message will normally pop up whether you shut down your server operating system or you actually restart it, because servers are not meant to be shut down or restarted. So it normally pop up this message. So I'll going forward cancel. Right now let's get down to my domain controller. So when you go to start, so you can either launch your server manager and then go towards tools, or you can go towards Windows administrative tools and then you can look for Active Directory users and computers. Okay, so you can see in here computers, I don't have any record of that. If you see domain controller, I actually have the server name as the domain controller because this is a domain controller, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to power up the second server and then I'm going to make it a member server, okay, and then install DHCP on it. Sorry, DHCP. So I'm going to power this up. Okay, so you can see the server is ready. So I'm going to log in, okay, with my administrator's password, okay, my local administrator password. All right, okay, you can see this has actually popped up once more. So I'm going for cancel, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to start and then my server manager. Alright, so when you click on local server, so I have to assign IP address to this particular server before it can be joined to the domain. So I'll go in for Ethernet 0 as well, because that's the only Ethernet on this particular server. So I'll go in for next and then properties, right? So likewise here, I'm not using TCP/IP version 6, I'm using version 4. So I want to check this box and highlight what the version 4 and then go for properties, then use the following IP. So I'm going to assign IP address according to my subnet, okay, 192.168.4.251, okay. My sergeant max is 255.255.0. I don't have a router, so no default gateway. Now preferred DNS, I'm going to join it to this domain controller, right? So if we should check here on my Windows administrative tools DNS, so you can see this is my also the DNS server right up here. So when I get here, I have to put in here the domain controller's IP address, because the domain controller is the same as what my DNS server. So 192.168.4.250, okay. So I'm going for okay, close, and then close this. Let me refresh that and then check for my IP. Good. So you can see my IP showing. So the next thing is come here. Now by default, every machine is in a what web group when it comes to Microsoft products. So when I click on the web group here, I'll click on what change. So here I'll come down to domain member. You see member or what domain. So here I have to put my domain name here, whether in caps or small letters. It depends on how you want it to still work. So SIP-COMSYS, right? Just the name. You don't bring the full namespace. It's just what the name that you use. You're going for OK. So it's going to ask you for actually ask you for what the administrative password. Okay, that's the domain. Okay, the domain admin that you use to log into this particular server. That is the username, and then the password you have to provide. That's the credential. So admin1, that's the administrator's name. So and the password is admin@1. Okay, click on OK. So it's going to actually check for the IP and then check from the domain controller if this particular server can be a member of this domain. Okay, so let's wait a while and then this is going to pop up. Okay, so now you can see welcome to SIP-COMSYS domain. So I'm going for OK, and then yes, this computer need to restart. You're going for OK and then close, then you restart now. Okay, so as it restarts, I'm going to pause the video for it to finish, then I'll come back to it. So as you can see here, I have my local administrator's account here. Okay, that's what is showing, but I need to log in with my domain administrator's credential, which is this. So what I will do here is click on other user, and then now, so when I click on other user, now you can see a sign into what you see the domain name has appeared. So I need to put in my admin credential. So admin1, admin@1, and then enter. So you can see now I'm logging in as the domain administrator, not as the local administrator. So note there's difference between the two. So you can see now my server manager pop-ups automatically because I've just joined this server to the domain, which is a member server, and then okay, let me do that. So now my server is ready to use. So this is how you join a machine to the domain, making this server a member server. So right now, if you should click on local server, so you can see here the server name and the domain name. So right now, if you should go to the server, the domain controller, okay, and you go to computers, let me refresh. Good. So when I refresh, now you can see the server's name appear. So now this becomes a member server, and I've logged in with the administrator's credential. Okay, so what I can do here is I can add this server here as a server group, and then even install the role from this particular the server environment from the domain controller's end. So let me close this, and then start, launch my server manager. Okay, Okay, so if you see this button here, all servers, when I click here, I only have one server, but I can actually add the second server here and then also install roles from this end. So what I'll do here is I'll go to manage and then go to add what servers and then type the server's name. So I can even put here, or I can go for find, okay, because it's part of the domain and it's in DNA, so you have to find all the servers for me. So here I can click and move it to this site and then select this and also move it to the other side. Now I have created that and I'll go for OK. So right now, if I should, so now you can see now I can actually install role from here. Okay, so this is server 2, so you can see server 1. If we check here, you can see we have different log files for each, right? So if you should click on the dashboard, right now you can see here I have here server 1 here. You can see 1 here. You can see I have files and storage. I have 2. You can see local, I have 1 and all server 2. So from here I can install role on server 2. So this is how you can do that. So there's 2 ways. You can click on local servers, you can click on all servers and then click on the server you want to install the role, right click and then go for add roles and features, right? Or you can click on dashboard and then click on add roles and features and then you go in there. Okay, next, and then you select the server you want to install on and then you go in for next, or better still, you can still go in for manage and then add roles and features and then you go and select, right? So let me go in for all servers and then right click this add roles and features and then next. So you can see it has actually selected this automatically for me. So next, so what role do I want to install? DHCP. So you add the features and then you're going for next. I'll take this if it requires the server to restart, so install. So let's check this. Installation started on server 02, as you can see here. So we'll switch to server 02 right now and then we'll see the role there. Okay, nice. So you can see here complete, so you need to configure. So I'll click here and then going forward next. Yes, I want to use the following credential, that's the administrator, to manage the DHCP. So commit and then close and then close this as well. So you can see DHCP showing, but it's on the second server, right? So if you click on your dashboard, you can see I have DHCP just on one server. So if I should go to my server 02, let me refresh this. Okay, so you can see I have DHCP in here installed. So if I should go to tools and then click on DHCP, so you can see I have DHCP fully installed on server 02, right? So I'm going to show you how to configure the DHCP and then allow the clients to have access to there. I thank you for watching the video. The next series is coming up. Okay, the continuation of this very video is coming up. Okay, so watch out for that. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel and share the channel. All right.